Have you ever tried so hard for something, only to fail again and again? Most people stop after a few tries. But this boy, he failed 100 times and still stood tall. And what happened next? Changed his life forever. There was a small village surrounded by hills where a boy named Arjun lived. Arjun was the kind of kid who dreamed big. While others played, he would sit under the banyan tree, sketching machines, dreaming of becoming an engineer. His family was poor. His father worked as a laborer. There were days when the family had only one meal. But Arjun's eyes always carried a spark. The spark of belief that one day he would rise above it all. When he turned 16, Arjun decided to take the entrance exam for the biggest engineering college in the country. Everyone said, "It's impossible for a boy like you." Even his friends laughed. "Arjun, kids with money and tutors pass that exam, not us." But Arjun didn't argue. He simply smiled and said, "Let them laugh. I'll try." Arjun studied under a streetlight every night. He borrowed books, read old notes, and sometimes even studied from torn pages thrown away by others. But when the exam results came, he failed. The village mocked him. His relatives said, "It's time to stop dreaming." But Arjun whispered to himself, "Not yet." He tried again the next year, and failed again, then again, and again. 5 years passed. Each year a failure. By now, people stopped taking him seriously. Some even called him foolish. His father grew tired and said, "Son, it's okay to give up. You've done enough." But Arjun replied softly, "If I stop now, all my failures would mean nothing." On his 7th attempt, things got worse. His books were ruined in a flood. His mother fell ill. He worked odd jobs to buy medicine and food. There were nights when he cried silently. He questioned himself. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not meant for this. But the next morning, he still opened his books. Even with tired eyes, he studied. Because deep down, he believed that every failure was teaching him something no classroom ever could. When the 10th exam came, Arjun was no longer the same boy. He had failed so many times that fear no longer scared him. He had lost everything, except his determination. The night before the exam, he looked up at the stars and whispered, "I don't know if I'll ever pass, but I'll never stop trying." He gave his best. And when the results came a month later, Arjun didn't even check them first. He had learned not to expect anything. But that morning, a neighbor ran to his house, shouting his name. "Arjun, you did it! You passed!" For a moment, he froze. His hands trembled. He opened the list, and there it was. His name. After 10 long years, Arjun had finally made it. Arjun's life changed after that day. He went on to become an engineer, then started helping poor students in his village study for free. When people asked him, "How did you manage to keep going after so many failures?" he smiled and said, "Because every time I failed, I didn't see an ending. I saw another beginning." Sometimes life will test you again and again. It will break your plans, question your worth, and push you to the edge. But remember this, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey that shapes you for it. Arjun didn't succeed because he was special. He succeeded because he refused to give up when it hurt the most. So, if you're watching this and thinking of quitting, pause for a moment. Look back at how far you've come, not how far you have to go. Because the truth is, success doesn't belong to the strongest or the smartest. It belongs to those who keep standing tall, no matter how many times they fall. This was the story of a boy who failed 100 times and still stood tall. Now tell me, how many times are you willing to rise again?